Hi, I am Valencia Lee. I have the privilege of being here today with Mr. Cheetham West. How you doing today?
Doing good.
Man,
doing
it's
good.
a pleasure being here with you today.
Thanks,
He
thanks.
just released his second book, Leading in a Virtual World. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about your book, Chris.
Oh, yeah. So my background is I started my career at Google, and that was a remote job. You know, went to the Mountain View office, went to the New York office, but at the end of the day, we had to go home and we had to work remotely. So I was like, man, it's a big challenge. You know, you're by yourself.
So how long did you work at Google?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Is that something that you did right out of college?
Yeah, right out of college.
Okay.
Yeah, right out of college. So yeah, 2 years. What we had to do was we went around the country and we educated small business owners on how to grow online, how to use like Google Analytics, Google Maps.
So you went around the country, like physically traveled around the country.
Yep.
Okay, because I see you've worked in 48 states.
Yeah, 48 states.
You've had an international presence in Serbia, Germany, Canada, France. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
What's like the number one thing that you specialize in?
So basically training. Training organization. So I remember when I used to work at Google, we would do all these workshops, and we would have to do presentations. And I was excited about it. You know, I would get up, I was like, man, that was my favorite part of my job over there. And so that was a sign. I was like, you know what, maybe I should take this further, start a business eventually. So like a few years later, I ended up starting a full-time business where I provide training, consulting to many organizations around the country and in different countries.
Yeah, I see you've worked with Fortune 500 companies. Like you have government agencies. Like I see you have like your resume is pretty long as far as the company. So I mean, you're obviously very good at what you do. So a mastermind at online marketing, SEO, sales, all that good stuff.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's been a good journey. The past, I'd say 7 years since I started full time. So yeah, it's been good. So just like I wrote the book because I felt that there was a need. There's so many people working from home now. There's so many companies.
From home.
You were telling me that. You told me that.
From home.
Yeah.
So I agree with just about everything that you put in here, from the incentives, the extra time off.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you hit the nail on the head with every point.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a huge fan because this is your second book.
Yeah.
I have both of your books. I'm subscribed to your newsletter.
Yep.
I mean, like I'm literally following you to see what you're doing all the time. I recommend everybody else out there to do it if you want to know anything about online, especially because I have a lot of people that follow me and they're starting their businesses.
Oh, okay.
They're building their websites and they reach out to me. Hey, how do I do this? How do I do this? Well, this is your guy. If you need if you have any questions as far as online marketing,
and
his first book is was like a website Bible to me. I walked around with it, like Google Trends, just like use this for plugins. Like it was just like, oh my gosh, like step by step on how to do the backside of a website. It was, I was amazed with it, and I'm definitely amazed with this second one.
Yep.
So you have done so much. Mm-hmm. What's next for you? I mean,
oh well, right now it's like trying to promote the book, trying to get in the hands of the right people, work with. So what I do is send this to a lot of my clients currently. So just reinforce the message. So whenever I provide these trainings, it's always good to leave them with something. So I was like, part of the reason I wrote the book was to leave them with a guide to follow. Maybe their team can keep using it, can look at the tips, because there's only so much I can do if I present one time. So having that material afterwards, it's perfect. So I think that's the number one thing right now is to continue to promote, continue to work with different organizations and help people as well online as well. So I think
I think you work, like I said, you hit the nail on the head. Like I say, I'm a full-time chat agent in sales. Wow. My job take very good care of me. People think that, I wear a lot of gold jewelry. I mean, we have a website actually where we have a lot of competitions and they give us points. And we have a website, they have Gucci bags, Coach bags. You get an Apple TV with your points, jewelry, and it makes it fun. It's not always about, a bonus for this or a bonus for that. Sometimes, you might get, you can go home for 2 hours and you have this extra time you can use and you might be making $200 or $300 an hour to make up for that time that you're gone. That's the type of stuff that makes working from home so easy. So I definitely recommend this book. I was very ecstatic. I read it all in one night.
Okay,
the same night you sent it to me. I literally just read through it that whole night.
I mean, people are in a different environment. Some people, they feel like they're lonely because they're away from their coworkers. Some people like it, so like some managers. So it's a huge transition for many people, many organizations. So I was like, you know what, let me write a few chapters specifically about how to communicate with colleagues. You want to give them a call every now and then.
What are some key tips that you would give someone who is a manager and running running someone remotely?
Yeah, I would say just make sure communication is a priority. So you want to reach out enough, because people feel like, hey, I can't see my manager as much as working remotely. So how do I get promoted? So one thing you can do is just create that time for FaceTime. Do those video calls. Leave your camera on when you're talking on video.
Those video calls.
Those. It'll help with the connection because we lose so much when we're working remotely and we're just on a phone or we're just on the video call with no video. So I would say make time for the team, make time for yourself as well, and make sure you have an open door policy. Let people know that, hey, when can you be approached? When can they ask you questions?
That is
huge. So just being
because I'm random. I might think of something random and just hit my supervisor with just anything, like but it's coming. That's how I react. But he has an open door policy. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then it doesn't always have to be all about business. A lot of times we get on these meetings and it's just about business for the whole hour. Why not play some games? There's so many games out there, such as I think escape room. When the pandemic happened, all these in-person activities, they turned to virtual. So there's a lot of virtual options. So anything you could think of that you do in person, there's probably like a virtual version of that, and you just have to pay for it or register. And some things are even free. It doesn't have to be all about work all the time, and every time you have a meeting, it's straight about business. It could be a game sometimes, activities, and that'll make the mood more light and it gets more activity. So yeah.
Well, y'all heard it from the mastermind himself. He's been doing this. How long have you been in this line of work?
It's been 8 years now.
8 years.
Sorry, 8 years.
8 years. 48 states. You've worked with Fortune 500 companies. You've been international. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's huge.
Thanks.
That is huge. Also, you're about to have your first child.
Oh yeah, first child.
Congratulations
on
that.
First
Also,
son. Any day now, actually, a couple weeks.
Any day now. Oh wow, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's interesting. I hear good things about being a father and everything. So
I'm pretty sure. What are y'all having?
A boy.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're gonna love that.
Okay, yeah. So
you definitely.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it.
All right, so thank you so much.
Definitely.
For coming out. Like I say, you're on. What's your Instagram? I know you're on Facebook. I follow you on both of them. Let them know where they can find you.
Chris N. West. Chris N. West on Instagram, Chris Cheetham West on Facebook, and LinkedIn as well. So
make sure y'all subscribe to his newsletter.
Yeah, subscribe as well. Yep.
Informative stuff in there.
Every week.
So make sure you're listening
right
to that. Like I say, thank you for coming.
Thanks.
I am Valencia Lee. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.